Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today another update was added to Black Ops 4. This update added mastery camos to Blackout and Zombies, it added a new competitive playlist to the multiplayer, and Treyarch even broke their silence regarding a no specialist game mode, and we're going to be covering all of that here in today's video. Now first things first, let's talk about the no specialist game mode, because this is something that lots of fans have been asking for ever since the beta, but up until now, Treyarch has never even officially acknowledged that the community wants this to be a game mode. Well, today they added the Pro Series Mosh Pit to the featured tab. This is basically a competitive mode where you only play Search and Destroy, Hardpoint, and Control on a total of 6 different multiplayer maps, and of course competitive rules are enabled. Now if you guys don't know the competitive rules, this means while playing in this game mode, you cannot play as Ajax, Nomad, Torque, or Zero. You can't use the Seeker Drone, you can't use the Reactor Core or the TAC Deploy. Every single one of the LMGs is banned, both of the shotguns are banned, all weapon mods are banned, DLC weapons are not allowed, high caliber, rapid fire, steady grip, laser sight 2, max load, and rocket launcher attachments are also not allowed. You can't use Gung Ho, there is no Skulker, Team Link is banned, you can't use the Tracker perk, Dart can't be used, the RCXD can't be used, you can't use the UAV, the Counter UAV, the Care Package, the Sentry, the Mantis, or the Acoustic Sensor. Basically, all of those things are banned from play in that particular game mode. And a lot of people ask me, well, Nero, you've been playing COD for a very long time, and you even used to play game battles way back in the day. Why don't you do that anymore? And honestly, guys, the reason why is because they banned too much of the game. Like, literally half the game is banned from this Pro Series Mosh Pit, and the same is true of pretty much every other competitive format. So that's why I don't play competitive personally, but the reason why they add this game mode today, and you may be wondering, how is any of this relevant to the No Specialist playlist? Well, the reason why it's relevant is because in today's patch notes, Treyarch officially says that for our competitive players and those who want to try multiplayer with fewer specialists in the mix, we're launching our Pro Series Mosh Pit playlist today in the multiplayer featured category on all platforms. So this is the first time they've ever acknowledged that people want a no specialist playlist, and it appears that instead of giving us that playlist, they're going to be trying to push those players into the competitive mode. Now, what I don't think Treyarch understands is fans don't want to play with half the game banned. I mean, some of you guys do, and I'm not trying to disparage that whatsoever. Some people like competitive, and that's fine, but I would say that lots of people don't want to play competitive, but rather they would just like to use whatever gun they want, with whatever attachments they want, using whatever streaks they want and perks they want. They just don't want to have to worry about Zero destroying all their streaks instantly, or having to deal with Nomad's dog, or having Ajax run onto the objective with his shield up, right? That's what people don't want to deal with right now, but still, they've now finally officially acknowledged that people want a no specialist game mode, and fingers crossed that a proper one gets added to the game in the near future. And full disclosure here, I kind of like the specialist in Black Ops 4. I don't really see myself playing the no specialist game mode that much, but so many people want that mode to be a thing that Treyarch just really needs to freaking add it by now. There's no reason why it can't be there. At the very least, make it a limited time mode in the feature tab just to gauge how people react to it and test the waters a little bit. We're 4 months into the game's life cycle. There is no reason why that can't be a game mode. But moving along here into Blackout and Zombies, let's go ahead and talk about the mastery camos that are now available. Well, kind of available. So mastery camos are available in Zombies on all platforms, but in Blackout, they're only available on the PlayStation 4 right now, which means they'll be coming to Xbox One and PC next week. So to quickly cover the Zombies camos, Gold, Diamond, and Dark Matter can now be earned, but you basically have to grind like crazy to unlock them. The challenge requirements are pretty much the same as multiplayer. To get Gold in Zombies, you have to do every challenge for a given gun. To get Diamond, you have to get Gold on all weapons within a given category, and to unlock Dark Matter, you have to get Diamond on all weapon categories. This is going to be incredibly grindy, because in Zombies, the average weapon requires you to get 3,600 headshots, and that's only the first tier of challenges. After that, you have more challenges to do after that, which is going to take absolutely ages. And for context here, I'm not really the biggest Zombies guy, but I do have 12 hours played in the Zombies game mode, and my top weapon by far is the Titan, and I don't even have 1/3 of the overall headshot challenges done for it. And it's it's not as if I don't go for headshots when I play. I mean, headshots are incredibly easy to get in zombies, and they're worthwhile as well, because zombies die faster when you shoot them in the head. But man, it just takes so freaking long to get 3,600 headshots on a given weapon, and you have to do that for pretty much all the weapons, except for a couple ones which have different kinds of challenges. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all for zombies there. It's going to be quite a grind, but for you zombies fans out there, you can now re-unlock gold, diamond, and dark matter within that game mode. Now, moving along here to Blackout, there is a brand new mechanic in the game to unlock camos, and I actually think this is really interesting. So instead of getting headshots or grinding challenges or doing whatever, you unlock the new camos in Blackout by collecting paint cans. As you guys can see, there are now paint cans scattered throughout the Blackout map. They are pretty few and far between, but they don't take up an inventory slot. They do not get dropped when you die, and they cannot be looted by other players. So basically, they are this currency you can find out in the world, and you use them in the armory in Blackout to unlock these somewhat new camos. I say somewhat new because these are essentially the same camos that we find in multiplayer and zombies, except they have different colors. And because of this, classics like the Modern Warfare 2 Urban camo can now be earned, and the COD 4 Blue Tiger camo can also be earned, which I'm a sucker for Blue Tiger. I freaking love that camo, but man, it's going to take a long time to actually unlock that camo, especially for every given weapon. So it requires 5 paint cans to unlock the very first camo, and these camos are not universal. So if you unlock the first camo for the ICR, for example, as you guys can see, this does not unlock that same camo for the rest of the weapons. You have to do it for each weapon individually. Now, for context, I played 2 games of Blackout this afternoon, and I was specifically hunting down these paint cans, and I made it to the top 10 in both of those games, but I only found in total 6 paint cans, which was good for the very first camo on one of the weapons. The first camo requires 5 paint cans to unlock. The second camo also requires 5 paint cans to unlock, but thanks to J-Hub, we know that the third camo requires 10 paint cans to unlock. So it sounds like the requirements are going to ramp up quite significantly over the course of your progression, and because the camos are not universal, it's going to take ages to unlock gold camo for a given weapon in the Blackout game mode, let alone dark matter, right? Now, because of this, I strongly urge Treyarch to consider revamping Gold, Diamond, and Dark Matter for the Blackout and Zombies game modes. As of right now, it's going to take people pretty much ages to unlock those camos anyway, so now would be a very good time to start working on a revamp, because this really isn't a great endgame reward, at least in my opinion, right? I'm all for new challenges, don't get me wrong, but right now, they basically have us grinding like crazy to unlock the same camos that a lot of us already earned in the multiplayer. I like the camo variants that we can now get in Blackout and, of course, over in Zombies, but the ultimate goal for both of those modes is the same camo that a lot of us already have. We've seen from all the Dark Matter updates over the course of the Black Ops 4 lifecycle that the art team is more than capable of changing the colors and even the art style and the animations of the Dark Matter camo, so maybe make the Zombies equivalent of Dark Matter green with a bunch of different animations and stages, and make the Blackout version of the camo blue or purple or any color you want pretty much, with of course different animations and different stages. That way people have an end goal that is actually worth going for, instead of just working towards the same end goal that a lot of us already unlocked in the multiplayer. I think that would be best for everybody involved, and I know Treyarch can do it because they've changed up the Dark Matter camo so many times over the course of the Black Ops 4 lifecycle. But all in all, guys, I really do like the addition of paint cans and Blackout. At first, I didn't think I was going to. I'll completely admit, when I first read the patch notes, I'm like, they're putting paint cans out in the world, so now basically Blackout's going to become an Easter egg hunt, and to an extent, it kind of is that, but because these cans are so few and far between, and because they are often placed in really strange locations, they are just a fun side project for you to work on while playing the Blackout game mode, which makes each match that much more enjoyable. You basically drop where you want to drop, play how you normally play, but occasionally you're going to stumble upon those paint cans, or if it's a down period in the game, which that happens a lot in Blackout, maybe you're waiting for the circle to come in, or what have you, you can run around looking for paint cans, and that of course will unlock you those camos later on down the line. So it's actually a pretty good system in my opinion, and I remember saying back during my review of the Blackout beta that Treyarch really needs to add a bunch of features and mechanics to the Blackout mode that reward players for playing the game and not simply just for winning, because if your only avenue for fun in Blackout is winning the game, then more often than not you're going to have a bad time, because coming out on top versus 99 other players is a pretty tough thing to do each and every match. By making it so we can earn these camos by finding paint cans, that makes it so pretty much every single game is important. Even if you drop in and find a paint can and then die and don't do anything else, you still feel as though you accomplished something in that particular match because you found that paint can, and that paint can is going to help you towards your camos. You then look at the fact that we also have the number skins that are available for doing challenges, and as a result of all of this, players have a bunch of fun side objectives to work for while also trying to win the game. I mean, heck, a great example of this, in my second match today, I told you guys I only played 2 games of Blackout this afternoon to try to record footage for this video, and in my second match, I ended up completing the missions for Torque as well as Recon in the same game. Even though I don't really play on my PS4 account all that much, it was still really cool to do those challenges and permanently unlock the number skins for both of those characters, because in my opinion, and feel free to disagree, but I think a lot of people feel this way, the number skins are freaking fantastic in this game. Recently, actually, they changed them to be orange as compared to more red like they were before, but regardless, the number skins look freaking fantastic. Some of them are pretty difficult to earn, so therefore they have a bit of prestige to them. I think the number skins are a really good addition to Black Ops 4, but speaking of the number skins, on PS4, the mission item for Zero can now be found out in the world. The item is called the Alien Charm, and the challenge is to destroy 50 total pieces of equipment lifetime, and this apparently means it's going to be retroactive. So when you find that item, and you've already destroyed, hypothetically, 50 mesh mines, or 50 barricades, or 50 razor wire, or what have you, then the challenge will automatically be completed. It is retroactive, and then all you'll have to do is finish the game with that item in your inventory. Now, the text for this item is found near the computers, and reports are coming in over on Twitter that lots of people are spotting it over there by Array, so for you Zero fans out there who really want to get that number skin, it's best to start dropping Array as much as possible. But ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much does it for this video. That is pretty much everything that was in today's update, and I will keep you guys posted as we learn more, because Treyarch has been teasing that a balance update is going to be coming to the multiplayer relatively soon, but as of right now, we don't know exactly what that update is going to contain. We do know it's going to change up weapons in the core mode, as well as the hardcore modes, as well as it's going to change up a bunch of attachments, but we don't know specifics as of right now, and I will keep you guys posted with more details as they become available. But until then, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.